Hi, everybody. This is Joanna. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to do an evening prayer. I wanted to do an evening meditation and alignment for the alignment of who we are as a soul in the expression of Source Creator, of balanced Divine Mother and Divine Male Father frequencies, and aligning with the Sacred Child, the inspiration of who we are as creative expression and how important that creative expression is to all that we are as beings of holy light. And moving through our unique ascension paths are so critical in that expression of creativity. No matter what phase of awakening and ascension you're moving through, creative expression will assist in the movement of energies and densities and blockages and old patterns and paradigms that keep us locked in systems that are no longer serving the multidimensional bodies we're growing into. And so it's really, really important. But I was just sitting here and I was thinking, I'd really like to connect with. We've offered it a couple of times on our channel, and because I have so many excitements and so many joys that I always am flowing back and forth to whatever the guides and the teams are inspiring me, what I see in the collective, and what's needed to offer different things at different times. And what I wanted to do is just connect with the all of the beautiful beings and the consciousness that are always with me, the Elohim, the Christ consciousness, and the heavenly councils of light, and the galactic federations and the inner and outer earth shamans, the oracles of light, the beautiful oracles of light that are always with me, that are a part of my lineage. Thank you. And the divine great mothers and great sisters of the Pleiades. Thank you, divine creatives, collective frequencies of the holy mothers and the holy creators, and the Mula energy, the Gaia energy of beautiful nature, and fairy collective. Thank you, fairy collective, the various beings that are with me, to create a short story, a short channeling of the alignment of who we are as divine beings for that sacred prayer. Sacred prayer, and we're moving into it right away, and then we'll pull a card afterwards. But this is in hopes that as you bring peace to your day, you reflect upon all that you are, all that you exist within, and how you've moved through your day with greater grace, with greater ease, with greater flow, honoring yourself with love and compassion and forgiveness at every movement as you reflect softly and lovingly, releasing the judgments of yourself that we seem to carry with us from day to day to day, and just fall in love with who you are, soften within who you are. And we're hoping that this, and if you so desire, if you feel the effects of self-love, the effects of self-alignment and prayer and sacred time with who you are as source, the becoming of the heavens onto earth, and the being of light that you are, the expression of source that you are, and how you can move forward with greater alignment into how to express it and to move creatively through your life in new ways. And you'll find your life opening up in huge dynamic ways because you're honoring who you are as source. And that, in a direct result, is creative expression and exploration and excitement for who you are. And so we're hoping that this will be a beautiful and soft, open prayer, open meditation of love and joy and reflection for who you are as the beautiful divine blessing for all that you are, standing in your power of being that beautiful essence of soft and loving light, and the intention of who you are as love. To just sit in soft reflection of the whole breath that you are as your soul, calling your whole soul forward, calling your higher self to live through you, calling the beautiful dynamic, the heavenly energies of the mother and the father that live with us, that are in the center of all that is within every cell and within all, calling in the highest aspects of love and light and breath. All of creation, the holy breath of all that we are in nourishment and in benevolence of love. And being that expression of love, being that joyful expression of love, being that joyful expression of who we are as humans in a beautiful, physical, multidimensional experience, and knowing that your fields and your bodies are bathed in the light of Source Creator, the lovingness of Source Creator, so that whatever was a vision or a version or a belief or a pattern that you held about yourself or your reality or what exists within you, to just be placed off to the side and held lovingly by Source to be transmuted. And just give yourself permission. I release what no longer serves. I release blocks, patterns, thought forms, energies, beliefs, anything that's been stuck within your bodies, your fields, or your chakras, bathing in the oneness of all that you are as source, and giving yourself permission to let it go. I give myself permission to let these lower vibrational energies go. I give myself permission to release what no longer serves. I give myself permission to be bathed in the light, so that every body and every field of all that I am as a multidimensional being, I'm raising my intention to know that I am in alignment with source. I'm in alignment with all that I am as a beautiful soul. I'm in alignment with my divine cosmic essence, the all essence that I am as pure love in my divine sacred heart. I get to choose. And I release all else that no longer serves to be released and transmuted, because I get to choose what resides within my energy system. And I choose physical, mental, emotional, etheric clearing and cleansing and bathing through all of the archangels and all of the councils and all of the teams that are with us right now, as we ask for the realignment of our chakras, as we ask for the opening of our chakras to be bathed more greatly and more purely with the Christ energy, to bathe and cleanse all that we are, to release the clogs and the densities. And through our breath, we're breathing in the Christ consciousness, we're breathing in the energies from Gaia, and we release what no longer serves. And we just shake out the energies and the densities and the heaviness and the weightiness from physical, mental, emotional. And we're thanking all of our guides, we're thanking all of our teams. And I imagine little golden sparkles and rose gold sparkles from my fingertips, just blessing and tickling all of my guides and all of the heavenly angels that are always with me, as well as bathing myself in the golden light, because there's little chakras in our fingertips and in our hands that help us bathe and cleanse. We use all that we are as the tools of light, to move light, to inspire light, to bathe ourselves in light, and to remember that we are all one with light. And in this beautiful invocation, now that our backs are straight, we're calling in the light through us, and we're anchoring in through Gaia, we're calling in Gaia, that Gaia communion, our oneness with Gaia, our oneness with our collective, our oneness with the heavens, that sacred triad. And within our divine sacred hearts, we're dropping all of our consciousness, all of our intention, and we're reclaiming all of our light that we've given away or left behind, knowingly or unknowingly. We reclaim our light. I reclaim my light. I reclaim my power now. Thank you, Divine Source Creator, and all the beings that are with us, helping us realign. Call all of our light, all of our power. We give power away when we worry. We give power away when we fret and think about the past. The past allows us to just keep moving in cycles of the past. Answers always reside within the now. It's okay to reflect upon the past, but allow yourself a certain time period, so that you're giving yourself that honor of reflection, and pull from it the wisdom. Release the stories, release the characters, because then you're just replaying those energies and you're staying stuck. So always just pull the wisdoms from those stories and then recenter in this now. How can I use that wisdom to begin anew, to begin anew, to begin anew? And it helps when you release the stories and the people in the stories, and focus on what the lesson was holding for you. And you can just simply ask, what was the lesson within that story? And then when you're visualizing it, just block out the people in the stories, because then you're allowing yourself to simply remain focused on the healing of that energy for you. And then it's up to everybody else to do what they need to do with their own side of that story, because they'll have a different reflection of it. So just allow all of the beautiful energies that we are oneness, and our oneness of all that is grace. We are oneness with all that is light. We are oneness with all that is the Divine Mother, Divine Father, all that is Gaia, all that is the human collective. And we're harmonizing our hearts from our hearts. From our divine sacred heart, we're harmonizing with the oneness of all that we are. And the beings that are with us right now, thank you, Divine and Holy Mother Father, for being with us in this moment of now, as we remember who we are as the divine sacred children. That we remember who we are through the expression of who we are is so key to the exploration of joy, to reignite joy, to be inspired by joy, so that we understand that as being children of joy, that we are living our highest potential, that we are always allowing ourselves that sacred portal of higher wisdom and higher invocations to higher sacred play with beings and consciousness that we don't even have words for. There's so many beings that are tapping in. Thank you, Divine and Holy Mother Father, for allowing us to be in the sacred communion of holy centeredness and holy oneness. And we're calling all of our consciousness back to our divine sacred hearts for those that are just joining us. And through breath and through intention, I reclaim all my power, I reclaim all my light, and I drop all that I am to my divine sacred heart in the oneness and in the harmonization. I'm so excited to be harmonized with who I am as a soul with Holy Mother and Holy Father, the soul of all that I am, the potentiality of all that I am, and I'm awakening to my new gifts and my new intentions to be fully me. And in this beautiful divine and sacred prayer, we're calling all that the Gaia energy is up from Gaia, from her heart, to be in willingness and in entanglement and engagement with us as we co-create this beautiful sacred co-creation and this beautiful human entanglement, our collective joining together through the intentions of our one hearts, through the intentions of our sacred communion. So that within each and every one of us, just taking a few minutes every day to reflect lovingly and joyfully and compassionately upon our daily movement as new beings of human light, of new beings of compassion and love to all. And we steady ourselves within the neutrality of who we are as light. And we open up at the end of the day for gratitude and appreciation for all that we've moved through and all that we've allowed ourselves to awaken to and soften within and reflect upon and just be in joy of. Then we allow the blessings of all that is the Holy Creator to move through us and with us in this beautiful fluid movement that is the Song of Source. And as we open all that we are through our I Am presence, we're allowing all that we are to be flowing in the expression of all that is Source Creator and the loving trust of all that we are as love. I am a vessel that is the expression of God and Source Creator and all that is, and I choose to be His loving, beautiful expression of joy and happiness and bliss and sacredness. And they're reminding me that the beautiful, I thank you, interdimensional shamans, thank you. They're sharing stories that the phases of what we call day are very important, thank you, and I'm emitting the frequencies of love and oneness, and I'm allowing all that I am as a multidimensional galactic and universal being to come through me. I'm just clearing, thank you again, I'm so grateful for you, I'm so grateful for you, thank you. That the phases of the day were very important in the unifying and the expansiveness of the tribes and of the collectives, because it allowed those tribes and the gatherings of those collectives to muse about, their movement of their evolution. The mornings were to awaken new inspirations and new connectedness with the land and with all that they were offered with Source Creator and their planet and their environment. And then as each moved about their day in their own unique creativity and their own unique way, they're allowing themselves to explore themselves anew in every new moment. And then coming back at the end of the day for that sacred reflection, so that they could each see the stories and they could each see the wisdoms and the evolution that was found within everyone, through everyone, by everyone, for everyone. Reflecting upon it lovingly and allowing their sacred stories and their beautiful sacred sharing to be that of that sacred prayer and communion for the evolution of their tribe and the evolution of just sharing expression for who they were as creators. So thank you, the calling in the heavenly councils and the heavenly light. Thank you for bathing us within this Christ consciousness and for allowing us to share many tribe stories for the purity of my heart to share with all else. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. And the purity of my heart to share these stories in all ways, and I'm bathing everybody that's with me in the holy light of gratitude and appreciation. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you for all the energies that are with us and allowing us to become part of the galactic cosmic family, for sharing in daily sacred prayer and gratitude for who we are, what we've been through, and just giving yourself that soft reflection and gratitude for who you're becoming and who you're opening up to, and the greater alignment of your soul. And just knowing that in that moment where you claim who you are and you know that, wow, I had a great day today and I honor who I am and I'm becoming greater love and I'm allowing myself to express myself in new ways. I'm trying something new. I'm allowing myself to step into the unknown and into that discomfort experience, because I know that I'm always supported. I know that I always have the loving family and friends that are unseen that will become seen as we open up into our fifth dimensional eyesight, and eyesight from the heart, if you will. So thank you, Divine and Holy Mother, Father. Thank you, Inner and Outer Shamans. And I wanted to pull one card from one of my favorite decks. Thank you. I'm so happy that we're all here communing and we're allowing ourselves sacred prayer and communion for the alignment of who we are as sacred children, and allowing that in every moment we're always allowing the potentiality of the soul just to fluidly move through us through acceptance, allowance, and honoring of who we are. And in that openness of the heart, we release all judgments from ourselves and others. We release all conformity. We release all rigid and resistance that we've ever held about who we are as creative beings of light. And we're allowing ourselves to share who we are at the heart level, and then come back for soft and gentle reflection, and perhaps share it with your families and share it with those that are close with you. What was your reflections today? How did you move about your creative exploration? And did you express yourself in an authentic and loving and honest way? And if so, can you share a story? I'd like to hear about how you grew and how you moved through some challenges and some beautiful experiences of success and victory. We're here to share, and we're here to explore and reach out for one another, and just know that we are a one tribe and we're all here for one another. And it helps us create that beautiful sacred oneness and that sacred collective story time on earth, right? And these two cards came out And it's just funny how they're both, there's only a few of these cards that are just black and white in the deck, and both of them came out. And it's devotion to the small and falling. And so that's wonderful because they both fell out. And part of the story time for me is always that that devotion to all that we are, seen and unseen. That devotion to all of those moments throughout our day that may seem small. And you know, as I was saying earlier in my video, I used to watch the smallest little insects when I was young, and I used to pay attention to things that most people would just walk over or step on or move by. But I used to pay attention to everything, and I used to soak it all in, and I used to wonder and ponder and move within these little tiny stories and just fall within it, because I knew there was an elegance, I knew there was a profundity, I knew there was a greatness within it. And this is what these evening, you know, sacred prayer and meditations are. It's just to reconnect you with the beauty that is source, to reconnect you with those moments that you're always falling in love with, those new moments of source that are always offered, new potentialities that can never really be found in the past. The past, you garner your wisdoms by healing what was, releasing the people and the vibrational stories, but pulling the wisdom from that moment and being the new you now. So this new particle of you, as you're moving, releasing what was, these little glitches of what was, you're releasing it, knowing that you're strong enough. You have all you need. The Holy Mother, the Holy Father, Creator, Source, God, all of creation exists within you to heal anything you need. And it's just a matter of knowing, no matter how small or challenging or unapparent you may seem or feel or have those thought patterns of, you're allowing yourself to rise from any moment that you feel as if you're falling, because there is great beauty in the breaking. There's great beauty in the falling, because it allows you to know that, you know what, I only need me. You know, there's others to reach out to, and there's others to help inspire, empower, encourage you. But we're here to empower and inspire and encourage all others, that they have source within them, that they have light within them. They can be their own light. They can be the will. They can be the nurture. They can be the love. They can be the abundance. All that is that divine male and female coming together in that sacred play to become the whole human self, which is the balanced self that we move about life in care and love and honor and respect for all life and all beings and their expression of themselves in it. And they're just reminding me too that this feels like expression to me, as I often say, this movement like this, and that's the soul living through you. And we could put it like this, which would be better. This expression of who she is, and she's lifting creation up. She's lifting creation up as she's paying attention to everything. She's paying attention to it all. She's paying attention to the things that other people might not seem, you know, that have, you know, in our old world of thinking, it all matters. Everything matters. I used to say that to my kids all the time. Everything matters. You know, I remember when I was younger, and there was this, I would always inspire, conversation in the house, and then I would leave. I would get the house up and roar, and everybody would be in these big, deep conversations, and I just get up and sneak out because I would love to inspire a deeper thought and deeper communion about, well, what is life really about, and where are you in it? What part are you playing, and what part do you want to play? Step up, step up and be you. What are you hiding for? And there was this one time where, somebody had got up and say, well, it just doesn't matter. What are you talking? Why are we even talking about this? It doesn't matter. And I remember I stepped up and I said, are you kidding? It all matters. It all matters. We're talking, aren't we? Aren't we allowing who we are to come forward and see if we can create change? See if we can allow something that is that friction moment to say, hey, you know what? Maybe there is another way. Maybe there is another way that we can create inspiration and love within our school systems and creativity where the children actually become who they are. If creativity is our number one potentiality for evolution, and it is, why is creativity in every way not a part of every subject that is taught? I mean, that's how inspiration for all things come forward, whether it's math, physics, biology. It's all from that innate, softened reflection of who we are as spirit, to allow whatever information we've been told and taught and surmised and investigated and experienced through the experimental process. We then have that time to reflect and say, well, this is my theory. This is what I propose. This is what I suggest. This is what I am using. And throw that into the mix and then work it out with new energy. As you raise your vibration, you're going to allow yourself to see more, because remember, we see through the hearts, and we're allowing ourselves to expand within it. Now, this is beautiful. This is everything we're talking about. These two is the dream a little, and the yin-yang lover. The yin-yang lover is that balance of who we are as male and female to come forward as that divine creative expression that grows into these greater cycles of oneness as you can see, this beautiful heart, which is where the Holy Mother and the Holy Father sit within your divine sacred heart. If you're not balanced, then we can't pull from those energies that are male and female. When you need that will to transcend and to move on, no matter how hard and challenging it is, you get yourself back up, and we will do this. That's the Divine Father. The Divine Mother is that life giver that nurtures us to get ourselves to that stand-up point. We wouldn't be able to stand up if that Divine Father wasn't there. We wouldn't be able to have that Divine Father there if the Divine Mother wasn't nurturing us in that way of greater life. So it's all needed, it's all required to be balanced. And when it is balanced, we see these beautiful, beautiful cycles and spirals of evolution, which is the evolutionary vibrational frequency of the spiral of time. We're not the same person that we were here, but we can take the wisdom and the energy and bring it here, because that's where we are now. We're stepping into a new cycle of 5D experience. And it requires that we live our own dreams, express our own dreams, be the dream, live the dream. That's why we're here. You are the main actor. You are the main composer. You are the main instrument. You are the singer. You are it all. You and Source, it's all you need. It's all you need. And you can have other people in your experience for those greater expression, inspirations, and catalysts, and working together and communing together. But all that you think you need that is outside of you is always going to come from within. It must. Because that's the story. That's how you move through your story of evolution, where you say, yeah, I felt that way about myself there, but now I feel this way, thanks. You know, I can move on now. I can continue my own evolutionary spiral. And it's beautiful, because that's where your true oneness is with Source. So that you're creating your reality, not from anything that is lack or limitation. You're allowing yourself to know that all is available right here, right now, and I am the all. In the honor of who I am, in the sacredness of who I am, I'm going to reflect on that. And I'm going to bring myself to greater expression. And before I go to sleep tonight, I'm going to call in my teams, and I'm going to say, align me with my greatest soul's expression so that I can be here in this moment, and I can be proud to walk as who I am. My free, creative, divine relationship with all that is, and how can I express that? So exciting. Yay. Thank you, dear lighted ones. And we thank all of the beautiful divine heavenly councils that are assisting us in all moments. And we thank you for joining us on this beautiful evening prayer and sacred communion. And we pray for each and every one of you in your alignment with Holy Mother Father. Call in the archangels at your bedtime and ask them to bathe you and bless you in the holy light. And talk to your angels and your teams before you go to sleep at night. For questions and answers to the most inspiring aspects of you that you like to get to know and get to explore and express and experience. And your teams and your higher self and your soul will always thread those divine experiences as you ask, and so it will be shown and so you will receive. So know that your journey with Source Creator is infinite in the infinite number of ways that you can co-create with it. So we thank you, divine loved ones, and we wish you many blessings. Sleep well and sweet dreams. Bye.